COVID-19 cases that has occurred in Indonesia. The government report, based on data from the task force for handling COVID-19 as of Saturday 11/12/2021 at 12 o'clock VID. There were 404 new cases of COVID-19 in the labs. 24-hour talk on Indonesia with the surge in cases of COVID-19. As a province strongly agree with the section for those who refuse to be vaccinated because as we know that there are still many people who do not want to be vaccinated because they think the COVID-19 is just an ordinary disease.
Okay, as a counter team here I will explain that a disease or epidemic is caused by a virus. Usually the intervention is with a vaccine, the basic theory. But there are things that need to be observed. The COVID-19 pandemic does not yet have literature. Vaccines that have been made 15% can work, 15% can fail. I observed reports from the COVID-19 vaccine industry from China. There was no effect of ADA, antibody-dependent assessment, which is the virus strategy to avoid the trap of the vaccine. If ADA does not occur, the virus will be more virulent because it will enter microbags, not in the respiratory tract, then the infection will be more severe. So here I emphasize that as I counter him. I strongly disagree with section for people who do not want to be vaccinated.
I agree that this vaccine is very important because giving vaccines to the community can at least be a solution to the increase in COVID-19 cases.
How can you say that giving vaccinate to the community can be a solution for handling disease COVID-19? Well, what we know is that there is no clear research on the vaccinate.
Regarding the effectiveness of the vaccine, a big study has been carried out by the Health Research and Development Agency of the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Indonesia, namely the effectiveness of vaccines, one of which is the Sinovac vaccine, whose effectiveness ranks more than 19%.
Vaccination is essentially a human effort in order to prevent the transmission of COVID-19. Is it possible for someone who has been vaccinated to be immune? The fact is that many have been vaccinated but are still exposed to the COVID-19 virus. So, I really don't agree if people are forced to get vaccinated because vaccines do not guarantee public safety from the virus.
The vaccine here is to help prevent someone from becoming seriously ill if someone is infected with COVID-19. So the government has made it effort to raise public awareness so that they are willing to be vaccinated against COVID-19 voluntarily, and if people don't want to be vaccinated, the most suitable step to make is by imposing SANCTIONS. But
are given sanction when they don't want to be vaccinated. It will violate their human rights.
With the reference to Article 93 of Law Number 6 of 2018 argues that the government is responsible and obliged to protect public health, one of which is by requiring states COVID-19 vaccination program. This is accordance with Article 28H, Paragraph 1 of the 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia, that everyone has the right to live in prosperity, physical and mentality. To live, to have a good and healthy living environment, and to live the right to health services. So, if someone refuses to be vaccinated, then the person has the potential to violate the human right of the other who wants to live healthy. Therefore, this state can apply criminal sanction to protect an interest of the people.
When referring to Article 5, Paragraph 3 of Law Number 3 of 2009 on health, that everyone has the right to be independent and responsible for determining the health services needed for themselves. It is even emphasized in Article 26, Paragraph 1 of the same law that everyone has the right to accept or reject various measures after receiving information on health data.
Pro-time conclusion. So here I conclusion that only giving vaccines to the community is very important to record the increase in cases of COVID-19 and giving suggestion to people who don't want to be vaccinated is the right step, especially with the law that regulates the protection of health and welfare of British country.
Constant consolation. So, here I conclude that the forced administration of vaccines by providing constitution to people